Good morning and welcome to today's webinar on Cigna's Individual Whole Life. My name is Luke Murray and I'll be presenting today. I am a partner with mybenefitscomparison.com. To reduce any noise feedback, everyone but myself is on mute. We'll open it up at the end for any questions that may arise, so please write your questions down for later. For the next 20 minutes or so, I'm going to present about Cigna's Individual Whole Life, and I will cover product knowledge, including the available features, coverage and benefits, underwriting, additional trainings that are needed, and how to actually write the business on the My Benefits Comparison private agent exchange. To start off, let's talk about current life insurance buying behaviors. As most of us know, whole life insurance helps provide financial support to the beneficiary to help pay for final expenses. These expenses have increased over the past decade by almost 30%, with the median total cost of a viewing and burial coming to $7,181. Taking point that is a median and not an average. Most of us will experience and have experienced much higher costs, up to and including the additional things that aren't always planned for, like flowers and newspaper notices or flying family members into town. Let's take a look at life insurance purchasing behavior. 93% of those polled believe that life insurance is something that most people need. 50% readily admit that they do not have adequate life insurance coverage. And only 44% own an individually purchased life insurance policy. In summary, basically every person you meet understands how valuable life insurance is. And every other prospect knows they don't have enough coverage. And even fewer truly own their life insurance policy. It's a huge need and a huge opportunity for the right agents. Some additional stats that I found particularly interesting is the last of the baby boomers turned 50 in 2014. And there are currently over 100 million adults in the United States over the age of 50. And of those Americans, they account for half of all consumer spending, and they outpace younger adults 2-to-1 on online spending. To address this growing need, Cigna has developed their individual whole life insurance policy insured by Loyal American Life Insurance Company. Here are the highlights. Death benefits from $2,000 to $25,000. Coverage for individuals ages 50 to 85. Level or modified benefit coverage. Get into that in a little later. Simplified issue underwriting with a yes/no application. You're going to know during the underwriting process where they land. Policies issued in 3 to 5 days. 5% spousal discount. No annual policy fee. No height weight chart. Premiums will not increase, and the terminal illness accelerated benefit rider is included in the level coverage. This page represents Cigna's official individual whole life value proposition. And what it really boils down to is that they're addressing the needs of the market and trying to create an opportunity for you, the agent, for additional cross sales. So whether it be from the Medicare supplement to the whole life, or vice versa. As far as availability, the whole life is available in 47 states, currently excluding California, Florida, and Montana due to filings not being complete yet, and no product available in New York and no current filing. And basically it's telling the same thing here, but this is a small snapshot of the product availability. The full product availability chart is available inside Agent View or from your My Benefits Comparison rep, and includes all the products in one easy document. There are 2 underwriting levels with the whole life plan, the level benefit and the modified benefit. The level benefit is for those that can answer no to all of the questions included on the application. And the coverage starts immediately, whether it be accident or regular death, from day 1. The modified benefit plan are for those who do not qualify for coverage under the level benefit plan. If it's a non-accidental death within the first 2 years of the coverage, the plan will pay 110% of the premiums paid. If it's a non-accidental death after being covered for 2 or more years, it's 100% of the benefit amount. So after 2 or more years, non-accident related, it's 100% covered. If it is an accidental death, it's 100% covered from day one. This is a quick screen on how to calculate the spousal discount. Luckily, the My Benefits comparison system does that for you. For premium rating, age, gender, tobacco, and spousal discount all go into consideration for the final rate. And there's no annual policy fees. Additional coverage and benefits available are the Terminal Illness Accelerated Benefit Rider, which would pay a lump sum not to exceed 50% if the insured is deemed terminally ill within a 12-month period. This is automatically included in the level benefit plan, but is unavailable in the modified benefit plan. Also available is an optional rider for accidental death to age 100. Benefits range from $10,000 to $50,000. Some additional benefits included are non-forfeiture options for non-payment, such as cash value settlement and by default reduced paid-up insurance. And also there are policy loan provisions. If elected, they will automatically tap into the cash value, which begins accumulating in the third year to pay for the premiums. Simplified issue underwriting. So we look at whether it be level or modified benefit. It's very simple and very easy to understand. There are 11 questions, and in the first 7 questions, if there is a yes answer, the individual cannot get coverage. For the last 4 questions, if there's a yes answer, the individual can get the modified benefit coverage. A no to all questions equals that the level benefit plan can be issued. So while this is simplified issue and the questions take into account, they may still do an MIB pull, prescription drug list, declinable drug list, and a telephone interview. So phone verification. Phone verification is a phone interview that applicants must complete in order for Cigna to process the applications. The phone verification acts as an electronic signature and also verifies medical questions with the applicant. Below is the information on how to contact them, and we'll make that readily available to you. When does a customer need a phone verification? The answer is always with the individual whole life policy. And to make it as easy as possible, they've included a toll-free number and extended business hours from 8 to 6 p.m. Central Time. So this slide covers the traditional ways to write the business. So being on the phone with the customer, going through the application process, calling into the phone verification line, and then submitting the application. With MyBenefitsComparison.com, almost all this is the same, except the application will go through our system. Also required is anti-money laundering training through LIMRA. All agents must complete it on an annual basis before they write or submit the business. And if you've already completed this course, there is an opportunity during contracting, or you can reach out to your My Benefits comparison rep to coordinate that. And also they can give you additional information on how to access those trainings. Now let's move on to writing the business. So we're going to jump off from this PowerPoint and go into the My Benefits comparison system and show you how we quote and write the business. Okay, so now we're going to move forward and actually taking the application on the My Benefits comparison system. So you can see everyone that has a custom exchange already. There's logo, or you can put a picture and additional company information, including contact information. And then we have a simple intake here with zip code, date of birth, and gender. And the whole life policy is for individuals ages 50 to 85. So the system's automatically going to recognize when someone is of age and show them the proper policy. We're going to make sure that tobacco status does matter. And if you want to apply for spousal coverage at the same point, also put their information in here too. Additional questions. And right here are some knockout questions. It's very important that you read it exactly how it is. Within the past 5 years, blah, 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 and then click what is applicable. We're going to ask request to view plans. And what happened right there in between is it was actually going to the carrier. It sent all of our agent information. It sent all of the client data. It verified that we are allowed to write the business, and it verified that they are eligible based upon the parameters that we put in thus far. And then you can see the Cigna rates are loading for other policies. Let's jump down to life insurance. Got a couple life insurance options. And here we are, the Cigna Individual Whole Life. So you can see there's additional information here, including more about the level and modified benefit plan, and the included riders, the brochure, the declinable drug list, which we mentioned earlier, of course, all this small writing. And then over here on to the right, the individual or yourself can pick the benefit amount ranging from $2,000 to $25,000. Let's do 15 for right now. And you can do all whole life accidental whole life AD amount. Then they can also pick a whole life accidental death benefit ranging from $10,000 to $25,000. That's not right. Then they can pick a whole life accidental death benefit ranging from $10,000 to $50,000. And then the type of coverage. So about plan levels. We mentioned level or modified earlier. If you'd like a refresher, you can click this button right here. From here we can pick the whole life benefit amount ranging from $2,000 to $25,000, whole life accidental death benefit from $10,000 to $50,000, and you can pick the coverage, whether it be level or modified. And we'll come back to that shortly. But go ahead and press recalculate, and you'll see the new rate. So if this works for the particular client, we can go ahead and click Enroll Me. And I'm going to use a test account that we already have set up. And this is where the consumer or client would create their account right here. Continue to the application. And I'm going to proceed to put in all the applicant information. While height, weight is asked, it is not taken into account. Date of birth, male, for this. Go ahead and put the additional address, phone, and here are the questions of the application. So you want to carefully go through this with the client. And the key here is if they're able to answer no to everything, they're going to be eligible for the level benefit coverage. Okay, so let's just assume it's a no through here, but if it was a yes, you'll see a pop-up. By answering yes to this question, you are not eligible for coverage. But let's go back to it being all no's, except for the last one. Let's say 8 through 11. Let's say one of these is a yes. You'll notice that it changed to a modified benefit amount. So if they have a yes to the last 4 questions, they can still get the coverage, but it's going to be a modified benefit amount. And it's just double checking that we're not covering a spouse to make sure we get that spousal discount. And then we're going to pick our amount, EFT. Oh, there we go. Had a little error here. Make sure we click everything. And it's going to segue over to the Cigna enrollment system. So what we built is a direct connection with Cigna, where we take you right into your agent portal called Express app. We input all the information that you've already taken and then continues through with the application. So this last bit is meant for those of you that may write in multiple states or multiple policies at once. This bridge into their system allows for the accommodation of that with all the different applications and nuances in the different states. So then you're just going to simply complete all the application, and at the end of this, complete a phone verification, and the coverage will be in place in 3 to 5 days. Okay, and then from here, at this point, if you have any additional questions, we'd be happy to dig into those. And also, I'm going to leave the NBC account reps information up here for all of you. If you'd like to take the time to write that down or give them an email or give them a call, they'd love to hear from you. So at this point, we're going to open it up for questions.